Blue Dolphin here, and jumping right into task 5, interacting with the file system. Let's get into it. Alright, jumping into this. So the description reads, so far we've only covered the echo and who am I commands. Not all that useful when you consider things that we need to do, including navigating the file system. Read and write to it as well. In this task, we're going to be learning the commands so that we can do just that. Just like the previous task, I'll display the commands in the table in the next heading and show examples of these commands being used. And I'm going to enter these commands and walk you, the user, through every step of the way. So, the first thing we want to do is, there's no point of logging in if we can't go anywhere. So let's start with listing our files in the current directory. So before we can do anything such as finding out contents of any files or folders, we need to know what exists in the first place. This can be done using the ls command, short for listing. And you can see we have access log and folders 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Here, I think I'm in the wrong. I wonder if I'm in the wrong folder because they are seeing different information here. But that's fine. We'll find out later here. Okay. So let's change our directory. Now that we know what folder exists, we need to use the cd command for short. Change directory. Say if I wanted to open the pictures directory, I do cd pictures, where again, we want to find out the contents of this pictures directory. And to do so, we use the ls command again. So let's go ahead and jump into, I guess, the pictures directory? I'm not sure if we're actually supposed to follow along here. Like, this wasn't supposed to be hard. But you can see, obviously, if we do, ls, it's going to change directories for us and happy days. All right, so let's go ahead and move to the output the contents of a file. So we have the cat command, and whilst knowing about the existence of a file is great, it's not all that useful unless we're able to view the contents of them. We will come on to discuss some of the tools available to us that allows us to transfer files from one machine to another in a later room. But for now, we're going to talk about simply seeing the contents of text files using a command called cat. Cat is short for concatenating, and it is a fantastic way for us to output the contents of any files, not just text files. In the screenshot below, you can see how I've combined the use of ls to list files within a directory called documents. So if we wanted that, we could go ls to look at our files, and then cat access login would output that information, which is a whole bunch of garbly-goop, so I'm going to type clear to get rid of it. And let's go back to our description where we've applied some knowledge from earlier in this task to do the following. Used ls to let us know what files are available in the documents folder of this machine. In this case, it is called to-do.txt. We have then used cat to-do.txt to concatenate, output the contents of this to-do.txt file, where the contents are, here's something important for me to do later. Okay, so it looks like we can actually browse this by going to the home file, or I guess they want us just to straight up cat this folder. So we're going to go cat Ubuntu documents to-do.txt. I guess that's where the files are we're supposed to get after. Well, that didn't seem to work, so let's actually just take a look here if this folder, or sorry, file directory and folder even exist. No, they don't. Okay. That's fine. So the next part of the description says, sometimes things like usernames, passwords, yes, really, flags, or configuration settings are stored within files where cat can be used to retrieve these. So the next part reads, finding out the full path to our current working directory. You'll notice as you progress through navigating your Linux machine, the name of the directory that you are currently working in will be listed in your terminal. It's easy to lose track of where we are on the file system exactly. That is why I want to introduce PWD, which stands for Print Working Directory. Using the example machine from before, we are currently in the Documents folder. But where is this exactly on the Linux machine file system? We can find this out by using PWD. All right, let's break this down. We already know we're in the Documents thanks to our terminal, but at this point in time, we have no idea where Documents is stored so that we can get back to it easily in the future. I have used the Print Working Directory command to find the full file path of this Documents folder. We're helpfully told by Linux that this Documents directory is stored at home Ubuntu documents on the machine. Great to know. Now in the future, if we find ourselves in a different location, we can just use cd home Ubuntu documents to change our working directory to this Documents directory. Awesome. So let's get started with the challenge questions. On this Linux machine that you deploy, How many folders are there? So we recall 3. There's folder 1, 2, and 3. That's not good. Okay, so we have, there's 4. Okay, whew. I was sweating bullets there. Which directory contains a file? Okay, let's take a look at all of them. So we know folder 1 doesn't. So let's look at folder 2, nothing there. Now we'll look at folder 3. Nothing there, so I'm gonna guess it's folder 4. Nope, not 5, but 4. And if you don't know, you can press the up arrow on your keyboard to call the last command you type. So it is indeed folder 4. Which directory contains a file? Folder 4. What is the contents of this file? Well, we're gonna use the cat command and go cat note.txt. Hello world. Classic. We'll use the cd command to navigate to this file and find out the new current working directory. What is the path? Here it is. We'll use pwd. That stands for print working directory. I don't think I can actually paste here, so we're just going to type this manually and go home, try hack me, folder 4. And there we go. That's a wrap for task number 5, and we will move into task 6 in the next video.